You cannot solve a puzzle you have not identified. Yet, many people are out here in this street treating a migraine like it is tension headache, which is a bit like, treating a lion like a house cat. Yes, cute idea. Terrible outcome. Do you ever feel like your symptoms don't add up? That you have been given labels that don't quite fit, and even, or maybe treatments that just don't work. This diagnosis doesn't mean failure. It means lack of clarity. And you know what? Clarity is powerful. I know how confusing it can be when you are doing all the right thing. You're doing all the things that you were told. You were taking the tablets, taking the medication, you were drinking all the water that you can drink, you were praying all the prayers that you can pray. And yet, the pain still returns. And it is even returning more frequently. It can make you wonder, is it me? Spoiler alert, it's not you. Migraine is often misdiagnosed. For years, only about 12% of people are accurately diagnosed. So you're not imagining it. No, you're not. How is migraine diagnosed? I'm going to be sharing with you how migraine is diagnosed based on the International Headache Society's criteria to diagnose that we use to help diagnose that you have a migraine and it's not a headache, because they are completely different. So how is migraine diagnosed? The way migraine is diagnosed is based on, we define the headache characteristic. Number one, if you're feeling your head pain, throbbing, pulsating pain in one area, so unilateral, one side, could be your left, could be your right, you're experiencing that pain there. That's one criteria. Sometimes, some studies have shown that sometimes it might be even in both sides, this throbbing, pulsating pain. If you define this pain, if you tell the practitioner or your doctor that it's a moderate to severe pain and it's that throbbing, pulsating pain either on one side or you're experiencing it on both sides, that's another criteria. Okay. If this pain is lasting 4 hours to 72 hours, that's another criteria. If you are experiencing photophobia, phonophobia, so you're afraid of the bright lights. My one was the fluorescent, disgusting, annoying light. Sound, you just do not, you're sensitive to the sound. They just do your head in, literally. If you are vomiting or feeling like vomiting, so you're nauseous, that is a criteria. If you are avoiding, doing any activity, walking, even if it's just going from your bedroom to the toilet, is a chore. It's super painful. Talk more of going up and down the stairs. You don't even want to do it. If it is any activity, if you're avoiding doing it because the pain is there, that's another criteria. these are the criterias that we look out to determine if it's a migraine that you have. That's the characteristics of this headache that you're experiencing, the head pain that you're experiencing. And many times, many people get misdiagnosed because some of them struggle to communicate the pain that they are experiencing, or even the practitioner doesn't really understand what the symptoms are. And even many times, it would just be that you just say, oh, it's just a headache. I have it. I get over it. And it's just a headache. Migraine is not just a headache. It's not just a headache. Now, that is migraine. There are different types of migraine. Yes, many people might be having a headache and they are calling it a migraine because to them, the pain is unbearable. To them, they might be having cluster headache or tension headache, and then they qualify it as being migraine. But the characteristics that I've shared with you is what we look out for to determine if it is a migraine. Now, the migraine can now become something that is episodic. An episodic migraine is a headache that lasts, that happens less than 15 days in a month. And you have those characteristics that I just shared with you, the headache characteristics. So it's lasting. So for 14 days in a month, you're having headache 4 to 72 hours. It's pulsating, throbbing pain, either on one side or sometimes it travels to the other side, or it's on both sides. It could be that you're nauseous or vomiting, you're sensitive to light, sound, you avoid doing any activity. If this is what you're experiencing 14 days in a month, then you're having episodic migraine attacks. For many people, statistically, about maybe 5% of people, because most people, about 95% of people, they tend to have episodic migraine. Now, for about 5% of these people that have episodic migraine, the migraine can graduate to chronic migraine. And it graduates to chronic migraine for various reasons. What is chronic migraine? You could be diagnosed with having chronic migraine when your headache is happening 15 or more times or more days, 15 or more days in a month. That's number one. And this happens for more than 3 months. That's number two. So you're having headache 15 days or more every month for 3 months. And at least 8 of those days meet those characteristics of headache that I talked about. 8 of those days, at least 8 of those days, you're having these headaches, 4 hours to 72 hours. It's a throbbing, pulsating pain on one side sometimes, or it could be that it's happening on both sides. Could be that you're also having fear of light, phonophobia, photophobia, sensitivity to sound. You're avoiding doing any activities because of the pain. You're feeling nauseous or vomiting. If you're having these headaches more than 15 times, 15 days, when I say 15 days in a month, for more than 3 months, and at least 8 of those days you're having these headache characteristics, then it's a chronic migraine. So, episodic migraine is happening less than 15 days in a month with your migraine attack, like the standard headache characteristics I just shared, which is the headache is lasting 4 to 72 hours, is unilateral, so one side, pulsating, moderate or severe, you say it is. It's aggravated by activities and is accompanied by nausea, photophobia, phonophobia, so sound sensitivity, light sensitivity. That's episodic. Chronic migraine, you can be diagnosed with having chronic migraine if you have 15 or more days every month for more than 3 months. You're having this headache. A history of at least 5 prior migraine attacks. So this could be with or without aura. You have a display of migraine features. So this could be the classic, migraine, or is relieved by triptan or other migraine medication on at least 8 days per month. Chronic migraine will be diagnosed if you have more than 15 days, headache days per month for more than 3 months, with at least 8 of those days meeting the migraine criteria. Okay, so whether you have the classic migraine features or you have some relief with the triptans or migraine medication, then you'll be diagnosed with chronic migraine. We go into more details, and actually having this information is crucial so that you don't get misdiagnosed and then you start treating it wrongly. That is why I created the Migraine Relief Mastery, is to help people get clarity about their symptoms instead of them spending years with trial and error express, trying all the random treatment out there that many times it doesn't even match problem that they have. It doesn't deal with the real problem. Having clarity isn't scary. It's liberating. When you understand what is going on in your brain, when you understand what is happening in your brain and your body, you start feeling helpless. You start making decisions with confidence, and confusion, that heavy fog that you feel will just lift. It starts to lift. And what do you end up with? what is the end result? You start to have a life where your symptoms finally make sense. You have a plan that fits your reality. And you get the body that you can trust again. If you're having more head pain frequently and you're doing everything right, not alone, watch this video to understand why your head pain, your headaches are more frequent.